So it is a whole another day. But I thought I would include this into this video. I just picked up like a few groceries. It is Thursday, the 12th of September. So I'm home from work. I had to go get groceries and just pick up a few things because I have a visitor coming tonight, a guest coming over. So I need to pick up stuff for dinner tonight, and I'm gonna get that started so it's cooking in the crock pot and everything before I leave today. So I just thought I would include this little bit of a grocery haul. Some people like grocery hauls, some people don't. If you don't, just fast forward. It's not much. So I picked up this chuck roast, and I'm going to probably just cut it in half, and that way it'll be 2 meals. Or I might cook all of it. I'm not sure yet. I may cook all of it, and then that way I'm sure I'll have leftovers, and then I could probably put it into like a soup or something. But yeah, so I got the chuck roast. And then I picked up a bag of russet potatoes. Obviously, you know where I went to. So this store is the closest to me, so I just stopped there. Got some russet potatoes. I got some grapes, 2 cucumbers, a few bananas, some non-fat Greek yogurt, Chobani. My dog wants out again. You're faithful at this, aren't you? Hmm? All right, go ahead, bud. Sorry. I got some Greek yogurt. Picked up 1 can of green beans. Some blackberries. I got some, what were these called? These were the Honey Crisp. I got 5 Honey Crisp apples, some whole milk, some unsweetened regular almond milk. I like that in my cereal. And then I got some cheese tortellinis because I'm going to do a soup in that with that in a day or two. So that was all I picked up. So not much, but just a few things because tonight I'm going to do the roast potatoes, the green beans, and I might try my hand at making some bread today. So we'll see. But the rest of it, I picked up just some fruit and stuff, and then the unsweetened almond milk because I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not good at being consistent with this healthy eating, healthy stuff. I tend to fall off wagons too many times. But once again, I think the thing with me, it's not an excuse, but it is what happens for me with my back issues. If I'm having like really bad pain, like I just don't feel like moving. I don't feel like getting up and going around. And so I struggle. Then I just like, I guess it's almost like a little bit of a depression, kind of, because I just feel like, and I just eat. So, but hopefully we'll get that squared away soon. I am set up to go to a specialist toward the end of September. So I'm praying hard that he will be able to figure out what is wrong with my back and can help me in some way. I am fighting gnats, like the little fruit gnats, and I just bought fruit and put it in the house, so that's gonna help really. But my boy is out there. I gotta call him back in. But I went ahead and I'm going to try to do my best to cut back on my sugars again. And I do really good. Like, I love to bake in the fall and winter, but I don't typically eat it a lot. Like, I might have one of those muffins that I made in one of the last videos, you know, every now and then. But I don't, like, I'm not the one who grabs them every morning or whatever. So I don't eat bad. I don't know. I do need to do better. So I got the unsweetened almond milk so I can put that in my coffee, and instead of doing the flavored creamers, and I can use the no sugar skinny syrups to give it flavor, and then I'll use my monk fruit for my sweetener. So let me call my dog back. Come on, Toby. Come on. Good boy. He just had a bath yesterday and a grooming. So he is, who's looking all handsome? You're looking all handsome, aren't you? You're looking all handsome. You're mouthy. Can you sit? Here. You want a treat, don't you? You want one? You want a treat? How about since you had a bath? You want one of these? You want one of these? You gonna sit? You wanna sit? Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Bye. He takes it and he runs. He won't stick around. So I'm gonna put these, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I'm gonna try to cut back on my sugars and stuff. Minus, like, I might have some sugar in like a natural fruit, like if I have an apple with a little bit of peanut butter or something. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. I don't know. Hopefully I can do it. So I know I can. I just got to get my mindset into it and praying that my back gets to feeling better, because I mean, I enjoy going and playing pickleball. You've seen us go play pickleball with our friends, and like I enjoy that so much, and I burn so many calories with that, and that keeping me moving and keeping my heart going good and all. I saw somebody coming down the road. But when I'm hurting, I just don't want to move. And so then I tend to just sit, and I know that's the worst, because that will cause my back to seize up more. And so I try to push myself through pain a lot of times. But anyway, no sob story here. I'm trusting in the Lord that he's going to take care of it. And I'm praying that this doctor will be, I'm not opposed to going to doctors. I think God gives man wisdom and knowledge to learn what they learn in school and everything, and to give people wisdom to help other people. And so I'm just trusting in him that this guy is going to be able to help me in some way or show me, but I know I need to get some weight off, and that will help me tremendously. So I can do it. But I'm going to put these groceries away. I am going to start putting this stuff in the crock pot, getting dinner ready. And yeah, I will just include this in like probably you will have already seen, I don't know. I'm just going to include this in another video. Hey friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I just opened up the video with that little bit of a grocery haul, but today's video is actually going to be just a bake with me. I just thought that this would be just kind of like a formal, just hang out. Wanted it to feel more like hanging out with a friend while you watch me bake bread for the first time in my life ever, homemade bread. So yeah, I hope you enjoy hanging out with me today while I bake some bread for the first time ever, right after I get a little bit of this cleaning done. Okay, I hope I've stirred it enough. It seems incorporated in there. So I'm gonna let it sit and we'll see. Once your yeast is activated, add 2 teaspoons of salt. I have never done this before, so I'm following my niece's recipe for sandwich bread. So if this works, I'll include it in the video. No, I'll let you know if it works out, one way or the other, because I've never done it before, but I'm following her directions to a T. She said, no, you just went out. No, every time I talk to them, you went out. You were just out. No, go lay down. Look, he's pouting and walking off. He knows he doesn't need to go outside. I'm following her directions to a T. She said in a large bowl, add 2 cups of warm water, 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast, and 1 tablespoon of honey and stir. That's what I just did. So then it's supposed to bloom. I'm assuming that means like bubbles. I don't know. I've never done bread before, but you're never too old to learn new things. I feel like, okay, with doing this, I'm gonna be learning something new. Or try new things. So I'm trying bread, which I've never made before. I've never been in college before. I'm trying college. Let's see. There was something else I thought of this morning and I was like, oh, I've never done YouTube before. I've never edited before. I've never done any of this and I'm learning. So I guess you're never too old to try to learn something new. And, you know, if you mess up, whatever. Oh, it's doing something in there. It's doing something. It's doing something. Oh, maybe I need to Google. Because, you know, gotta love Google. How will I know when my yeast is activated? Oh, shoot. How will I know when my yeast is activated? Let's see what she says. Yeast is activated when it foams and rises in volume. When yeast is activated, it will foam on top. If there is no foam, the yeast is dead. Interesting. Rise after about 10 minutes, the yeast mixture should have doubled or tripled in size. If it doesn't rise much or stays the same volume, the yeast is no longer active. To test yeast, you can dissolve sugar in warm water. Okay, blah, 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 blah. If the yeast doesn't rise, you should throw it out and use a new batch. Well, this is brand new yeast, so the date was good, so it should rise. Yeast can be killed by water that is too hot. So it's important to avoid using water hotter than, oh. Well, I just use like warm tap water, so hopefully that's good enough. Because it didn't say, it just said warm water, so sticking that. So I'm guessing like, okay, it's 9 o'clock. So at 9:10, I'm gonna check it. And I'll see if it, I don't know, maybe I should have put a mark on the bowl to know like how low it was. Because it said something about doubling in size. Because it says here, after I let it bloom, once your yeast is activated, add 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 cup of honey. Oh, I gotta get my honey again, I put it away. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Stir, then add 4.5 cups of flour. Bread flour, obviously. Stir once your dough is stirred. Okay. I hate gnats. Get away. I just thought that I would try this bread stuff because I was like, well, if I'm having roast tonight and I'm having potatoes and green beans, a slice of homemade bread would taste good. And might make my hubby proud if he comes home to homemade bread. If I can figure this out, and if I get this done, how do you miss them? Like, are they that fast? Seriously. Where? Ah, got the little booger. Got the little booger. Anyway, I figure if I was having roast, potatoes, and all that, you know, make my hubby proud. But if I figure this out, then my next thing to try is a sourdough bread. So, yeah, I might become a Susie homemaker. And to beat that, starting at a late in life. So, oh well, never too old to learn. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the potatoes while that starts activating. There's another stick in that. My bowl though. Should I move my bowl? I'm tempted. Just moved it out of the way. Just moved it a little bit out of the way. But I'm gonna peel some taters while we wait, because I'm gonna check it at 10 minutes after 9. It's 3 minutes after, so we'll see what happens. I need a knife. So anyway, how's y'all's day going? Today is a beautiful day. It's getting a little, it was really, it was cooler. Get a bag. It was cooler last week. This week it has gotten a little warmer. Last week I actually turned off our unit and I had the windows open and it was so nice. And last night, the night before last, I was in bed and our bedrooms are upstairs. And so of course heat rises, but I didn't have the unit on, but I guess with the temperature being a little warmer outside the night before last, I struggled sleeping because I have to have it a little, I would rather it be a little too cool and then I can curl up with a blanket versus be a little too hot. And so the night before last I was a little too hot, but I dealt with it. Last night I tried sleeping and I was like, nope, not happening. I come downstairs and I turned the unit back on and went upstairs. So it has gotten a little bit warmer the past few days, but hopefully the temperature, I haven't even looked, will start dropping again and get those nice cooler temperatures. In the morning it's really nice. We're just at that time of the year where, you know, in the morning it's a little cool and, you know, you could wear a pair of jeans, but by afternoon, or you could wear like a light long sleeve shirt, but by afternoon you need a t-shirt. So it's just that the change of season. So, but I don't know. This year I'm in the mood for the change of season and really in the mood for Christmas this year and all of that. We're expecting new babies in our family, so that will be exciting. I mean, I don't see them that much, but when I do see them, it's exciting. I would like to see them more. Sadly, we live very close to a lot of our family, but sadly we don't see them a lot. And, you know, unfortunately, and I find that I talk to a lot of people and it tends to be this way. You know, you see people, sadly at like funerals is where you see like distant cousins and stuff like that again and all. But we're just not, when my mother-in-law and my father-in-law passed, they were like the place to go to, you know, their house. And of course everybody would go there to see them. And so we saw everybody. So it was always nice. But since they've passed, you know, there's no longer that home place to go to. And it stinks. It really does. But actually my family, my entire family, my brother, my parents, I think my sister-in-law, her brother, all of my brother's kids, the whole side of my family is all on vacation together right now. So, but yeah, let me know if you live close to your families, if you see your families. That potato kind of stinks. If you see your families a lot. But tonight we have a friend coming over, my daughter's friend's coming over, and we are gonna have dinner, and then we have church tonight. And my husband has been working on our project in the living room. We're trying to wrap that up. However, it's taking longer because we have to, you know, we have to go to work. And so when we go to work and then we come home, you only have so many hours before it gets dark. So you can't be using power tools in the dark. And then once his part of this, he's the builder, I'm the thinker, he's the builder, and then I come back and do the touch-ups and stuff. So once his part gets done and he gets finished, then I'll take over. And then, but I'm working on that video, so be looking forward to that one be coming your way to a YouTube video on my channel near you. Oh gosh. All these YouTubers like talk to the camera so well, and I feel like I stammer and stumble and fumble over my words, but everybody has been so gracious and so kind so far with everything. And actually I had one kind of comment one time, and you know, I just kind of laughed at it. Whatever, it is what it is. But one of you sweet subscribers came to my rescue, and I cannot remember your name or your screen name or whatever, but it was so sweet. Just come to my rescue, and she's like, I did subscribe. So I had to laugh and chuckle because it touched my heart. It was so kind and so sweet. But everybody's been very nice and supportive, because I've tried to stress to you guys, I don't have a clue what I'm doing at all. So there have been videos where some of my typing has been misspelled. I've had music way too loud where you couldn't hear me talk. You know, my husband watched it and he's like, babe, your music's way too loud. Well, I don't know how to go back and change it now. I'm barely learning how to put it up there in the first place. So, yeah, I've had some hiccups, but I'm learning. I'm not doing it for the accolades or the money or anything like that. I'm doing it for fun and to teach myself new skills, and that's really it. So, I mean, if something else came out of it, woohoo, great, but that's not what I'm in it for. So, yeah, but it's been fun learning. And do y'all see that, Nat? You gotta have good high definition if you do. Which sometimes I hope you don't, because y'all might see my hair on my chin. Oh Lord. Anyway, it is what it is. I could be riding down the road, because I'm at that age where, you know, stuff didn't happen when you was nice and young, but you might have this one little sporadic hair, and I could be riding down the road. We'll be headed to church. My husband will be like, You gonna get that hair off your chin? And then I'll pull the visor down and I'll look and I'm like, how long has that been there? It'd be like 1.5 feet long, it seems like. Like, oh my gosh, thank you for telling me before I go inside and talk to people. But I think they're, yeah, I'm sure there's, don't look for those. Oh Lord, I done set myself up for failure. Anyway, I'm peeling potatoes and gonna put these on some water and set them in the fridge. So when I come home from work, all I have to do, and I'm just doing canned beans from a store. I'm out of my garden canned beans. But all I have to do when I come home will be get potatoes out, put them on, put the green beans on and cook them, and then we can eat. So it'll be nice for before dinner, or before church, not dinner. So let me know. I know I've said I've got a few more subscribers, so I know I've said in previous videos, but if you guys would like for me to do, because I do project videos when I can. I do decorating videos, obviously around holidays and stuff, but the majority of my videos have been day in the life, come along with me, you know, as I hang out with my daughter or whatever, and because that's just who I am, like, just everyday life. And I don't have the money to go out and buy all this stuff to keep doing projects. So this project that we're working on right now is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. I've talked about it. And so we just decided to go ahead and do it. But that's pretty much the majority of my videos, because you won't see me in the kitchen very much. Maybe in the fall because of baking pies and things like that for fall time, but I'm not a cooker. I don't like to cook. I said in my very first video, my family is all alive, and that's what matters. I can cook long. Let me get it out. I can cook enough to keep them alive, and I mean, it's good. It's edible, right? They say it's good. My kids tell me I'm too hard on myself, but yeah. I'm not a cooker, so you'll see like day in the life videos, things like that. This is rare, seeing me in the kitchen doing stuff like this, but you know, my husband says he likes it when company comes over because then I cook. As if I never feed him at all, but you know, he gets fed. He's alive too. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you want to see like a get to know me video and a Q&A. Drop me some questions down below and I can go through the questions if I get enough, and I can do like a video like that, maybe with my family or something. That could be scary though. My husband, sometimes he'll do stuff and I'm just, not bad stuff, don't get me wrong, like, but I'm just like, I can't share that. You have to be nice. So, yeah, it keeps me focused on my editing skills, right? Is that what it does? I don't know. I'm going to put some water in this. I'm going to quit rambling. And then, I don't know, this stuff is doing something. Oh, it's time to check it. It's like past time. So, that's what it looks like. But it still looks like it has water on like the edge here. That looks fluffy. So I don't know if I need to wait for this to match that. I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see before I add the salt and stuff. If it doesn't turn out, I'll throw it away and then I'll try it again. I don't know. I don't want to throw it away. Once it becomes active, once your yeast is activated, add 2 teaspoons of salt, a 1/4 cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, it says, next step. Once your yeast is activated, add 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, I'm guessing it's activated because it looks like that. I'm guessing, amateur here doing some guesswork, but I'm guessing it's activated. So I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna shoot for it, okay? So, flies and gnats. Add 2 teaspoons of salt. Teaspoon. Get, you stupid gnat. You're ruining my shot. There's 1. There's 2 teaspoons of salt. A 1/4 cup of honey. I'm putting it in this so I can put it in there. I scrape it off. Make sure I get it all. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Stir. I need to stir. Guess I'll stir with this. Okay, I'm stirring with this. I'm stirring. I'm stirring. I'm stirring. You can't see. Can you see? Might be better. 4½ cups of flour. Okay, so 1. I'm thinking I might need to beat it with like a whisk. No. I don't know what I'm doing. It says stir. So I'm just gonna stir. That's 1 cup. Two cups. That's 3. And that's 4. 4½ The whisk might have been a bad idea. It might all get stuck to the inside. Live and learn. Okay, let's get that off there. Okay. Next time, just stir. No whisk. And then 1/2 cup, it said. I'll put that in there. Okay. Okay. 4½ cups of flour. Stir once your dough starts to stick to your spoon. Knead with your hands. You may need to add more flour once your flour is fully incorporated and your dough is no longer sticking to your hands. Place your dough in greased bowl. Let rise for 1 hour. In a greased bowl? What the heck? Okay, there's a greased bowl. I can take my rings off. sausage egg. Okay, I don't have to add more flour, I know, because it's got to stick to my hands. And I don't know how bread flour is in the same sense as like I make pie crust. Let's just keep what we have in here. All you people that know what you're doing, you're probably like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? She's like totally messing that up. Told you I don't know what I'm doing. But, okay, so once it's not sticking, the flour's all incorporated, place your dough in a greased bowl and let rise for 1 hour. I think you can over knead bread, right? Can't you over knead bread? What's that look like? Does that look right? I don't know. Okay, 1 hour. So there it is in the pan, in the bowl. I'll put it over here. I'm gonna cover it because it didn't say cover it, but I'm gonna cover it because of stupid gnats. Hopefully that doesn't mess it up. I need to set a timer because I know me. I will get to going and I will just totally forget what I did, and the thing will probably be like I Love Lucy episode where let me know if you remember. Leave me an emoji of a bread, a loaf of bread or a piece of bread, if you remember the episode where I Love Lucy and she was in the kitchen and she was baking the bread and the bread come out in the oven. It was pushed her all back. I love that episode. So I don't want to, I set a timer so my bread don't do that. Or otherwise my YouTube will be like I Love Lucy with the bread coming out. I don't know, I'm crazy. All right, once your dough is fully incorporated and the dough is no longer sticking to your hands, place your dough in a greased bowl, let rise for 1 hour, then cut it in half, 2 loaves, shape, let rise another 30 minutes in the pans, bake 350 for 35 minutes, top with melted butter. We shall see. I might be able to have some bread before I leave for work. More dishes. This is why I don't like to come in the kitchen and cook. Because no sooner than I get the kitchen clean, if you cook, it just makes another mess. So if I could cook and have somebody clean my mess, maybe it'd be okay. I probably still wouldn't like cooking. Just saying. No, I haven't got new pans yet. And that's not dirt, that's the way they've, I don't know. I need to do it, but I haven't done it. Okay, so while I wait on my bread to hopefully rise, I am going to eat a little breakfast. This is one of my homemade sausage burritos, sausage, egg, and cheese with red peppers and burrito. And I did some Greek yogurt, a couple blackberries, and just a tiny bit of honey because I'm trying to cut back on the sugar other than just like natural sugars and very little. So that's gonna be breakfast to hopefully fuel me. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna eat breakfast and I'm gonna do some school. So I'll catch back up with you when we check on the bread. It's been an hour and it's done something because it has rose inside the bowl. So I am going to place some butter and just use I don't have glass pans, so I just have these. So they should be fine. And I'm gonna butter pan. It doesn't say to butter it, but I'm gonna butter it. Bowl, let rise for 1 hour. Cut dough in half, make 2 loaves, shape, and let rise another 30 minutes in the pans. And I gotta preheat my oven to 350. So I'm gonna cut this in half and put it in the pans. We're just gonna pull it apart is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna put it in here, and it's really sticky. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. And then this one. And this is shape. One might be smaller than the other. I don't know. I'm gonna pinch some of this one off. I don't know. All right, says to let it rise for another 30 minutes. I'm gonna put it back over here, cover it, and let it rise for 30 minutes. I need to preheat my oven. I don't know if I should have that on the stove. Maybe put it beside the stove. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for 30 minutes. Okay, timer's set for 30 minutes. And then it says to bake it at 350 for 35 minutes. And then top it with melted butter. That seems easy enough. So once that finishes preheating, after that sits for 30 minutes, we'll put her in the oven. We should get this done before I gotta go back to work, which is good. Okay. I'm back. Let's see how this turned out. Oh, it looks like it might be bread. Use up the butter that was in the... So it's hot enough to kind of roll some butter on. Woo! So I need to cut it and see if it tastes good. Because, you know, I gotta taste it with you guys, right? It smells like bread. Let's see. It cuts like a loaf of bread. I don't know what this one is. Jelly of something. So, I'm talking to not just you guys, but I'm sending a video to my husband. He's at work. So, but I'm gonna taste this. Oh, it's so hot. With a little jelly. Let me show you guys a little homemade jelly. I didn't make the jelly. Maybe I should bless it first, because like I made this. Dear Lord, please let this be good. Don't let it kill me. Tastes like bread. Gonna be good with dinner tonight. It's good. I did it! Yay! The bread turned out great, so I'm super happy. I did it. But I wanted to show you, I did add some carrots to my roast, which I forgot to place in there before, but it still has time. They still have time to cook down because it's only 12 o'clock and we won't eat till like 4 or 5. So they'll still have plenty of time to cook down. And that's gonna cook on low. I'm just gonna cook it. It'll end and I'm gonna restart it because I want it to cook like all day until I get home. So, because it's cooking on low. That way everything will be nice and tender and good. So we will have the roast tonight for dinner. We will have homemade bread, green beans, and I'll make some mashed potatoes. So I will show you our meal at the end. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because I think I have enough footage to make you guys a video. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it here Thank you so much for watching this video and helping me out on my channel. Thank you so much to those of you who have recently subscribed and those of you who have been commenting and you've been engaging. It's been fun. I have enjoyed it and I love it. I love conversing back and forth with you guys. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it. So do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and comment down below. And Lord willing, friends, there'll be another one. Bye.